Fishy, fishy, fishy!
Ho ho ho, fishy friends. Let's call this my Christmas Day update. Let's think. The last update I did was probably building this rack here. Since then, I have started the rest of the renovations here, and then I got hit with some nasty flu and have been battling 102-degree fever the past couple of days. Now today I have, I don't know what the hell you call it, an anti-fever. I'm down at about 96 today. So I don't know what the hell's going on. My whole family has been battling stomach bugs and just general illness. Thankfully I didn't get hit too bad by the stomach flu, but I have this other illness. So, we'll hold off talking about the new stuff, because I do have a video in the works of when I started some of that. And just wanted to check in with everybody. Wish everybody a Merry Christmas if you celebrate Christmas. Happy holidays, whatever that holiday might be. Hopefully I'll have a new, bigger update coming on before the new year. You can see everything's still quite a mess down here. Bags of garbage, piles of crap, piles of lumber, screws on the floor everywhere. I got a dryer as a temporary work table that is just accumulating a bunch of crap. Let's see, the one thing I haven't talked about that I've done down here was some efforts to insulate everything. I ended up hanging this big thermal insulating window curtain to cover this spiral staircase here. The spiral staircase is basically just a big hole in the floor that goes upstairs to the rest of my house. I was concerned that that sort of acted like a chimney, and any heat that was being retained down here in the basement in the fish room, I felt was just getting sucked right up there. So I ended up hanging this curtain here. What I did was use some vinyl coated wire and got that into a screw eye there, and I ended up using a turnbuckle over in the corner there, so that way I can tighten the wire and keep everything nice and taut and keep this curtain just about at floor height. I probably could have held the curtain another inch higher and then I wouldn't be stepping on this thing here. But, you know, that could be adjusted later. I do think that's making quite a difference. Just stepping from this area where the fish room is over to the dark corner now where there's no light, you can feel a good 4 or 5 degree difference in the air temperature. I'm going to have to move my dehumidifier, which is back there in the corner and is now theoretically no longer in the fish room. So that's going to have to be moved. Other than that, I've also been trying to insulate each individual tank with this foam board insulation stuff. I think I showed some of that. This is the same stuff I ended up putting up on the wall behind that tank there and back over there and all that stuff. I can't honestly find out a good way to measure the difference between having it and not having it. But I think my efforts of making all these glass lids and adding the insulation on 3 sides of the majority of the tanks in here, as many as I can fit them on. Certain tanks are too close together, like the 20 long here and the 20 high here. They're too close together to really fit the insulation in there. Maybe if I drain both tanks and scooch them over a bit, I can fit one piece of insulation in between the two, which would do better than nothing. But I figure anything is better than nothing. Even if I can only cover one side on a particular tank, I think that would be better than nothing. Now that wintertime is here, even though we are having quite a mild winter, I'm starting to be a little more concerned about my energy costs with all these different tanks running and with heaters running in each individual tank. And many of my tanks I keep at 80 to 82 to even 84 degrees for discus and German blue rams. A lot of tanks have been running warmer than usual while I was battling some ick in a couple of tanks. So I am getting concerned that my energy costs are going to be getting higher and higher as time goes on, which is definitely not a good thing. The last thing I want to do is to have to shut down this fish room because the costs are out of control. Meanwhile, I'm still in the process of setting the whole fish room up. It's kind of in a constant state of flux. And hopefully moving things around will be the last kind of renovation I do down here and can sort of just stay consistent then for hopefully years to come afterwards. Hopefully the only other renovations I have to do are if I ever add another tank somewhere, or if I ever figure out a way to get some more space down here. Can't really take up much more of the basement down here. I do have an apartment that is not quite rented right now. I'm using it as temporary storage over here next door. Hopefully one day in the not so distant future, I'll be at a place financially where I won't need to think about renting this out for that extra income, and might be able to move the fish room over here one day. What's over here? We got my daughter's 10-gallon glowfish tank that's temporarily over here. Just realizing how cold it is in here. I don't have the heat running in the apartment, and that's making that heater run extra duty, I'm sure. So potentially one day I might be able to turn this extra bedroom into a dedicated fish room and sort of get myself in slightly better position. But for now, what I have is all the crap that I had stored in the fish room, including those two big shelves, which used to be over here in this corner. There used to be that wall over here that sort of created a corner going that way, and those two big racks of shelves that the previous homeowner had built. I'm hoping I can repurpose them somewhere else down here. Otherwise, this is all the crap that was on those shelves and just the general stuff that I had stored in the fish room that I needed to move out of the way temporarily while I did all my renovations. So anyway, guys, I guess that's going to be about it for now. We'll call this my Christmas Day update. It is the 23rd right now. I'll probably get around to uploading this thing and have it set to do so for Christmas morning, I suppose. So Merry Christmas to everybody. Even if you don't celebrate Christmas, it's still Christmas Day, so Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever your holiday might be, and hopefully I'll see you guys all before the new year. Later, guys.